Hello students, in our previous session we have learned the topics, that is lac operon model and its working. Then we have learned regarding the role of lactose in lactose metabolism. Now in this topic we are going to study genomics. Now genomics is the study of genome. The term genome was first introduced by the scientist called as H. Winkler in the year 1920. Now genome means it is the genetic makeup of an organism, or it is one set of chromosome. Now you know that when the cell shows one set of chromosome, it is called as monoploid or haploid. When it shows two sets of chromosome, then it is called as diploid. Then the term genomics was introduced by the scientist called as T.H. Roderick in the year 1986. So according to Roderick, genomics is the study of genome through analysis. Now the analysis of genetic makeup as well as the genes is carried out. Then sequencing. So sequencing means determining the number of base pairs, or determining that how many base pairs are present on a gene. It is called as sequencing. And then mapping. Now mapping of genes means locating or finding the location of genes on the chromosome and then finding the distance between these genes is called as mapping of genes, and to study their functions. So genomics according to Roderick is the study of genome through analysis, then sequencing and mapping of genes, and to study their functions. For example, yeast, you know that yeast is a type of fungus, or it is a type of unicellular fungus. Then Drosophila is also called as fruit fly. Mouse. So these organisms are studied and their genome is studied to compare with other organisms as well as human beings. So by the study of genomics, the knowledge regarding the different genes in different organisms is acquired. The study of genomics is of two types. The first one is structural genomics and the second one is functional genomics. So in structural genomics, there is mapping, sequencing and analysis of genome. So mapping means to locate where the genes are present and then to find the distance between the genes is called as mapping. Then sequencing means finding the number of base pairs present on the gene, and analysis means detailed study of the genome is carried in structural genomics. Now the second type of study of genomics is functional genomics. Now in functional genomics, there is study of functions of gene, sequences and expression in organism. So in functional genomics, detailed study regarding the gene sequences, that means what is the sequence of these genes, it is studied, and their expression in organisms is also studied. Now you know that gene expression is carried by the process of transcription and translation. Now in transcription, messenger RNA is produced. Then after the production of messenger RNA, the two types of RNA, that is ribosomal RNA and transfer RNA along with messenger RNA produce polypeptide chain, or it is called as protein, and the process is called as translation. So the gene expression in organisms is carried by the processes of transcription and translation, and in translation different types of proteins are produced. They may be structural proteins or functional proteins. Structural protein means they are present in cell or they form the structure of an organism, as well as enzymes are used to carry different types of biological processes in living organisms. So the study of genomics is of two types, that is structural genomics and functional genomics. Now we will learn the applications of genomics. Now genomics is used, or the study of genomics is helpful for the improvement of human and livestock health. Now livestock means the domestic animals like cow, buffalo, sheep. Then genomics is used to produce different types of medicines and to cure genetic disorders. That means these genetic disorders are developed due to mutations, and these genetic disorders can be eradicated or cured with the help of genomics. Then genomics is used to produce transgenic crops with desirable characters. Now transgenic crop or plant means the plant in which a foreign gene is introduced from another organism and it is functional. So such genetically modified plants are called as transgenic plants or crops. The common example is BT cotton. It is a variety of cotton. In BT cotton, the gene of the bacteria called as Bacillus thuringiensis is introduced, and due to this gene in BT cotton, the plant is protected from leaf feeding or leaf eating insects. Then the second application is genomics is used in forensic science. Now you know that forensic science means it is the application of genomics to criminal laws and to solve criminal disputes. So genomics is useful in forensic science to detect the different criminals with the help of their DNA. Then genomics is used for the introduction of genes in microbes to produce important products like enzymes, proteins and biofuel. So the gene or the desirable gene is introduced in the microbes and different types of enzymes necessary are produced, as well as proteins are produced. You know that proteins are essential for both animals and human being. Then biofuel is also produced with the help of the technique of genomics. Nowadays we see at different places there are biofuel filling stations. So this biofuel is produced with the help of genomics. So here we have seen the applications of genomics. Now we will study the topic, that is Human Genome Project. You know that genomics is the study of genome, and genome means it is the genetic makeup. So genome is the genetic makeup of an organism, and the study of genome is called as genomics. So a project called as Human Genome Project was started in the year 1990 by the organization called as Human Genome Organization, and this project continued to 2003. So it was started in the year 1990 and ended in the year 2003, and the different countries which were involved in the Human Genome Project were United Kingdom, France, India, Japan, Germany and China. So these countries were involved and they carried this project. Now in this project there were different aims. The aims were, the first one was mapping human genome at nucleotide sequences level. Now you know that gene mapping means it is the record or recording the location of genes, then recording the distance between these genes. It's called as mapping. So in mapping, the nucleotide sequences were considered. Now you know that DNA is made up of two anti-parallel polynucleotide strands. That means number of nucleotides are joined to each other with the help of phosphodiester bonds. So mapping of human genome was carried at nucleotide sequences level. So depending upon the nitrogen bases present, the sequence of nucleotide is determined. So mapping of human genome was carried at nucleotide sequences level. Then the second aim was to store the information in databases. So whatever information was collected by studying the human genome, all the data was stored in databases. Then the next aim was to develop tools and techniques for data analysis. So the collected data needs to be analyzed. So to analyze this data, computer technology and use of mathematics was carried out. Then to transfer technologies to industries. So whatever study was carried on the human genome, it was transferred to different types of industries regarding the development of different types of medicines. So to transfer the data technologies to industries was one of the aim. Then to take care of legal, ethics and social issues arising from the project. Now whenever a project is carried out, it may have various controversies or people may oppose to such projects by giving the reference about social issues, then legal ethics. So to take care about the legal ethics and social issues arising from the project was one of the aim. So Human Genome Project was the useful project to study the genomes in human being. Now we will study some important aspects regarding the Human Genome Project. Now Human Genome Project is associated with bioinformatics. Now bioinformatics is one of the field in biology which is developing. In bioinformatics, the biological data is analyzed, like for example genetic codes. So this biological data is analyzed, and for this purpose nowadays computers are also used. So it is associated with bioinformatics. Then during human genome project, simultaneously studies were also carried on the genomes of bacteria like Escherichia coli, then Drosophila, mouse, and plants like rice. So in accordance or during the study of human genome project, study on the genomes of organisms were also carried out. Now the data which was collected in the project is useful to study the functions of genes in organism. Now you know that there are different types of genes present in organism, and each gene has or a group of gene may have a particular function. We have seen that a group of genes with related functions is called as an operon. So due to the human genome project, the data collected was useful to study the functions of genes in organisms. Then about 33,000 genes have been estimated to be present in human being was determined or was found in the human genome project. Then human genome project helps in the study of human evolution. So the genetical data is useful to study the evolution in human being. Now you know that evolution is a process in which the organisms show changes. So such changes cause evolution of an organism. So here we have seen the human genome project.